Hello, Reddit. Or no, hello, YouTube. We are doing trivia tonight, and yeah, we're going to have some fun here. All right. Click on that. All righty. Down to four watchers on Reddit. And give me a little hi if you're playing, and let's rock and roll. Elections. Here we go. Last third-party presidential candidate to carry any state. Any state. Presto. One thing here. Preston Noss. We're doing Final Jeopardy, so there could be a few pop culture questions in here, depending on what. Hello there, Rick and Eggs. Does anybody know elections? Last third-party presidential candidate to carry any state. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Rick. Again. Oh, you know what I don't have? Let me try this. There we go. It's a little better. All right. Anybody know? There's an obvious answer that used to be the joke answer. That could be right. I'm actually not sure. So my wife isn't feeling the best, and I'm starting to wonder, is this a scratchy throat? Is that a headache I got here? None of us have had the dreaded COVID yet. I hope this isn't it, but who knows? Anybody? Elections? Last try. Last, a third-party presidential candidate to carry any state. No, it wasn't the meme answer that we used to have. Anybody? This name, I don't know that well. I know him as a comedian, but I don't think it's the same person. In fact, oh, Eggs. Well, that's good. No, it's not Pat Paulson. Hello, R.T. Sasser. Yeah. You don't do quite as much testing anymore, so. Anybody know? Third-party candidate, last one to win, was George Wallace. Isn't that a famous African-American comedian, George Wallace? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Older gentleman, kind of a bigger guy. That's the only George Wallace I know. Anyways, religious groups. Religious groups. The War Cry and the Young Soldier are publications of this religious movement. I've got a guess. Religious groups. The War Cry and the Young Soldier are publications of this religious movement. Anybody know? Yes, Rick. Should have thought of that, actually. I didn't. I was thinking Watchtower type language in JWs, but yes, the Salvation Army is correct. Anybody on Reddit want to play, or I got on the front page yesterday somehow, some way. Did anybody on Reddit participate in place? And that Canadian flag gets picked on every time. Shakespeare. Though Shakespeare wrote many plays about kings, she's the only character who is a queen. This might have been asked before. That 1 month pause means I can repeat questions. And yes, Eggs. Everybody picks on Canada. I know, Michelle. I got to the front page and I didn't realize it till I was backing down to 500 and then down from there. Anyways, it's all right. Feeling the love. Anybody know who Shakespeare is? Though Shakespeare wrote many plays about kings, she's the only title character who is a queen. I'm pretty sure I asked this before, but I'm going to ask again. Queen Titania. I'm not sure who that is. Michelle? Is not correct. I don't know. I might wrap it up early tonight. I'm psychosomatically, hopefully, feeling ill, but not really. My wife is not, wants to avoid it. We're all triple vaxxed here, so hopefully whatever we get, it'll be mild. Macbeth, is that a female character? Eggs? I'm not even, well, we also asked this question again. We're looking for a character who's also in a title, not just the title. We're looking for a character in the title who's a queen. I'm not a big aficionado of Macbeth of Shakespeare, but I did know this, and so did Sean. Who is Cleopatra? Yes. Reddit. Are we playing? Not getting to the front page today. Anyways, here we go. 1950s cinema. 1950s. Subjects of attention in this suspenseful film include a digging dog, a scantily clad dancer, and a possible murder. 1950s cinema. Objects of attention in this suspenseful film include a digging dog, a scantily clad dancer, and a possible murder. Yes, Rick. What is Rear Window? Correct. All right, we're going to do fact or crap, then we're going to do our first. So I'm going to give away $25. That's kind of the minimum. So it might either be next Sunday, or if I decide to continue on, it'll be the end of the month, and $1 for every subscriber. So if we get 25 subs, that'll be $25. But if we get 100 subs, it'll be $100. All right, here we go. Fact or crap? Yes, Breeze. Matthews is he's out of control these days, man. Best player in hockey, I think. Anyways, a Saguro cactus dropped one of its limbs on a sportsman after he shot it, crushing and killing him. Fact or crap? A Saguro cactus, this is one of those big ones, big round, fat ones. He dropped one of its limbs on a sportsman after he shot it, crushing and killing him. Fact or crap? It sounds like it could be crap, but it is in fact fact. A fact about Seguros, they can weigh up to 8 tons. 8 tons. So one of those branches, probably pretty heavy. Enough to kill somebody. Alrighty, here we go. First generous point of the night. So if you're on Reddit, you can only earn them on YouTube. You gotta go over there, and if you answer, I do a few of them a night, you get a point. Every point gives you one chance to win the jackpot. Again, it's $25. Or if we get more than 25 subs this month, it'll be it goes up from there. How many subs? At least $1 a sub. That's what we go. Jessica, nice to see you. Anyways, I'm gonna do this from now till this coming Sunday. Then the big decision. It's as big as the Miami Heat one. Here we go. Ranks and titles. Owain Glyndwr. Wow, that's quite the name. Owain Glyndwr, who died circa 1416, was the last native of his country to claim this title. In Joga, we've got quite a few of the old gang is back. Oh, there we go. We're done. See you. I see the software hasn't improved one single iota on actually last night I got to do a whole show, but the time before that it lasted about this long, 10 minutes. What a bunch of crap. How about worrying less about place and a little bit more on your stupid broadcasting? Anyways, here we go. Ranks and titles. Owain Glyndwr, who died circa 1416, was the last native of his country to claim this title. We got Emperor and King. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more accurate or a little bit more specific. No, it's not regent. Anybody else before I give a clue which nullifies the point? Chief. Good old Chief. No. He would have shared the title with the current next to the throne. What do you call it? The person that's currently next to the English throne. What's that title? Anyways, what is his title? This is what is shared. Heir apparent. Thank you. There we go. Sean gets it. The Prince of Wales. The Prince of Wales. Alrighty. This is for a generous point because nobody we got the last one. Famous buildings. Unlike today, 75 years ago, you could walk unannounced. Oh, this is a question we asked before. I'm going to ask another one because it's for a generous point. Book dedications. The 1853 declaration or dedication of 12 Years a Slave was to this woman author whose name is identified with the Great Reform. Does anybody know who this is? We are doing a Jeopardy style answers, Eggs and Michelle. Just so you remember. Book dedications. The 1853 dedication of 12 Years a Slave was this woman author whose name is identified with the Great Reform. Anybody know who that is? There we go. Michelle gets it. Michelle gets the new point for April. Woo! Michelle, yes. Who is Harriet Beecher Stowe? Alrighty, next question. Music legends. Of their July 1957 first meeting at a church, fair one of this pair. I'm sorry, let's try that all again. Of their July 1957 first meeting at a church fair. I didn't know churches had fairs. Anyways, one of the pair recalled, I was a fat schoolboy, and he was a drunk. Who could that be? 1957. That's going back. Oh, alrighty. Interesting. Church fair. What was a church fair? I feel like I have to sneeze. Well, it's two people. So, Rick and Eggs. You have to add somebody to the mix. Sorry, guys. It's not a good sign. Yeah, I guess then, Jogo. I mean, I can imagine what a church fair is, but I think back in the old days. Egg there. Yes, Rick. Paul McCartney. Or the little known one, Rick, Johann. Good old Johann Lennon. Yeah, I saw a lag sign up there. Alrighty. Yeah, there was suddenly a bunch. Alrighty, let's keep going. Are we good? People crawl back online. Geographical. Ah, I've lost my. What is it? I lost my. Oh, I'm like forgetting all the things. I lost my jam. Here we go. Geographical Literature. The first two sections of this Hemingway novel, published 9 years after his death, are titled Bimini and Cuba. Anybody know their Hemingway? Geographical Literature. The first two sections of this Hemingway novel, published 9 years after his death, are titled Bimini and Cuba. It's not Old Man in the Sea, Nepal. Well, that sounds like it could be a possible answer. The Snows of Kilimanjaro. Well, that seems a little distant from Cuba, so it's not that. Anybody else? Historic. Oh, it was Islands in the Stream. There we go. Rick gets it. Yes. What is Islands in the Stream? Historic people. Apsley. Apsley House, the London home of this historic duke, boasts an 11-foot-4 nude statue of Napoleon. I didn't know that. Today I learned there is an 11-foot statue of a nude Napoleon in the world. Historical people. Apsley House, the London home of this historic duke, boasts an 11-foot-4 nude statue of Napoleon. Oh, man. Anybody know what duke owned such a big nude? It's not Robert Adam. He's a duke, so usually dukes use duke. There we go. Michelle gets it. Who is the Duke of Wellington? And his of the three men who went from being either a U.S. senator or congressman directly to the presidency. Two of the three men who went from being either a U.S. senator or congressman directly to the presidency. I don't know enough about U.S. politics to get questions like that. Oh, you know what? This question was asked in 2004. No, Paul and Rick. Good thing this wasn't for a, what do you call it? A generous point. Well, we've all seemed to have nailed JFK. Obama could be the right answer, but it's 2004, so pre-Obama. This question was asked. I think, yeah, he went from, right, Chicago? Or not Chicago, Illinois? No, not Nixon. The other two are quite a bit older. Like, not in the last 50 years, possibly not in the last 100 years. Alrighty, eggs. I hear you. Mine hasn't quite come on yet, but I feel like it could. I think I'm going to do 3 more questions for 3 points and then call it a night. Not feeling the energy. Ooh. Quincy? No, not Quincy Adams. Anybody else? Just there's a name with a famous Tanya. There we go. And the other one shares its name with a famous cartoon cat. There are my hints. One shares a name with a Tanya and another one with a cartoon cat. Yes, Denjoga. There we go. Oh, Michelle, it's over. The game's over. I watched it before, Michelle. No, I seriously, I don't know. I literally haven't been sick for two years. So it's been I don't know, with my wife being sick, like I said, hopefully psychosomatically, that's why I feel like I might be sick, but I don't know. Anyways, no, it's not that hockey. Hockey was on before the show. Finished up just as we were starting. So anyways, opera characters. In the 18, okay, 3 more questions, 3 more points. Opera characters. In an 1893 opera that was its composer's greatest success, are the parents of these 2 characters. Yeah, I don't watch any college ball at all, ever. Football, basketball, 0 interest. And too much lag. I don't know why that is. I'm hardwired here. Anyways, opera characters. In an 1893 opera that was the composer's greatest success, Peter and Gertrude are the parents of these 2 characters. Peter and Gertrude. Who could that be? Anybody know? I'm gonna move on. Yes, Denjoga. Who are Hansel and Gretel? Yes. All right, 2 more questions. First lady. She survived the president by 39 years and was married to an archaeology professor at the time of her own death in 1947. Was that Indiana Jones? No. First lady. She survived the president by 39 years, was married to an archaeology professor. I don't know why I'm having a hard time pronouncing that. At the time of her own death in 1947. This is for a generous point, so you can't answer more than once. Anybody know? Anybody want to give it a guess? Guess we're not going to get some of the oldies back right away. The oldies but goodies. It's not Roosevelt or Wilson. Anybody else want to give it a guess before I move on? 3, 2, 1. It was Francis Folsom Cleveland. Folsom. You don't get that name too often. Good old Folsom. What's your name, sir? Or no, ma'am? Folsom. Alrighty, 20th century leaders. In May 1980, over 200 leaders from more than 120 countries attended his funeral in Belgrade. Who would that be? Leaders. In May 1980, over 200 leaders from more than 120 countries attended his funeral in Belgrade. Who would that be? Oh. Didn't know what this was. Not on tonight. No. It's neither the Pope nor Wallenza. 1980. Nicola Wallenza did his good work in the late 80s, early 90s, right? Anybody else? Before I give a clue. 3, 2, 1. He was So no more chance. He was Michael Jackson's brother's namesake. Does that help anybody? He was Michael Jackson's brother's namesake. There you go. Joker gets it with Tito. All right. Second last question. Again, pop singers. On March 10th, 1996, this woman performed a song on the balcony of Buenos Aires Presidential Palace. I think I know who this is, but I'm not sure. Pop singers. On March 10th, 1996, this woman performed a song on the balcony of the Buenos Aires Presidential Palace. Yes. Nopal. It is also what I guessed, as well as Cole or Colonel Swabby. Let's call me Swabby. We are doing Jeopardy style answers. Everybody seems to know who is Madonna. All right, last question, guys. So before I do the last question, if you didn't get a chance last night, go to Office Whistle. It's a new channel that I'm starting to. I'm gonna hire. I've hired a son of a friend of mine, as well as my own son. My own son hasn't done one yet, but he will be in future. So I'm in control of it. If you do anything with Office and want a bit of humor, the work environment, check out Office Whistle on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. I could use a couple more subs. I think I got 3 last night. Appreciate it. All right. Board games. Last question. In the classes, without avenue or place in their names. Did I just go black? Oh, for crying out loud. What the frig?